This is Lesson 3, Modifying a Worksheet on page 77.
From time to time, you'll need to make changes to your worksheets and workbooks. What if the changes you need to make go beyond simply re-entering a formula or updating a value? What if you need to add a whole new column or row to your worksheet? What if that column or row is in the middle of existing data? Also, what if you discover you've made the same mistake over and over? Or what if you need to check your spelling throughout all worksheets in a workbook? Microsoft Office Excel provides you with a wide variety of options for making significant changes like these to your worksheets. Understanding how this functionality works will help you keep your documents updated without throwing away all the valuable work you've already done. In this lesson, you will insert, delete, and adjust cells, columns, and rows, search for and replace data, and check the spelling in a worksheet. So starting off with topic A on page 90, we have inserting, deleting, and adjusting cells, columns, and rows. At some point in your data entry process, the amount of text you need to display in a cell may be more than the cell can hold. Or perhaps your organization will create a new metric by which certain figures are tracked. To include information on the new metric, you may have to add a row or a column right in the middle of existing data. Or maybe you want to view your data in a different way to focus more on one element of a system than another. When situations like these arise, you'll need to be able to modify the cells, columns, and rows in your worksheets to suit your needs. Excel provides you with a number of commands and features that allow you to make these kinds of changes. So first, our insert and delete options. Suppose we wanted to insert another column between the middle initial and the department. If I select column D, go up to my Home tab, Cells command group, and my Insert drop-down, I can insert a sheet column. Whoops, I forgot that's going to put it to the left. If I wanted it between middle initial and department, I would actually have to select column E. Then insert drop down, I can insert sheet column. You can see it inserts an empty row to the left of department. Department is pushed to column F, everything is shifted over. Okay, so that's inserting a column. If I needed to insert a row, let's say I have cell B12 selected. I can go back to that insert dropdown. I can insert a sheet row. It's going to push my selected cell and all of the contents in that row down one row to 13, and now we have an empty row in 12. So that insert will insert a column to the left of the currently selected column and above the currently selected row. Now for delete. If I needed to delete the middle initial column, select the whole entire column just by clicking on the letter. In that cells command group, I have my delete drop down. I can delete the sheet column. It's removed. Same for the row. Click on the row number, 13, delete drop down. I can delete sheet rows. Okay, so easy way to insert or delete columns and rows from in the middle of your worksheet. You can also adjust your width and height of your columns and rows. You can see that in my last name column, you can see last name is kind of cut off here. There's a few ways to adjust your column width. The first is by selecting your whole entire column, going up to your Home tab, Cells command group. Here we have our Format drop-down, and we can choose our column width, and we can set this to a specific width. Maybe I wanted to update this to 12. Enter that here, click OK. You can see it increases the width. Another option from that Format drop-down, you can auto-fit the column width. Auto-fit is going to make it as wide as the most text in that column. So if we come down, you can see in cell B41, Westmoreland is the longest text entry or the longest entry in this column, so it goes just beyond the end of that word, and it auto fits the contents. Now another way to auto fit the contents, let me undo this. If I put my cursor right before or right between column B and C on this dividing line, my cursor changes to a vertical line with a double-headed arrow. If I double click on this line, easy way to auto fit the contents. So that's the same as going to your format drop-down, auto fit column width. And you can do the same for your row. Select the row, format drop-down, you can select your row height by inputting specific dimensions. Maybe I update this to 16. You can see it adds a little space up top. You can auto fit the row contents by double clicking. I mean, these are already auto fit, but just double clicking that dividing line between the two rows, or your format drop down, auto fit row height as well. So that will make the row height just above the height of the biggest text entry there. So those are the three ways. Double click in the dividing line, format drop down, enter a specific row or column height and width, or auto fit the entries as well. You can also, another way, click and drag to make the columns wider. Click and drag to make the rows higher. So that's kind of just like eyeballing it. But that's another way as well. And then we have our hide and unhide commands. Suppose I wanted to hide the salary column from view. I wanted to display this on screen, but obviously I didn't want to disclose the employee's salary. I can select column J. There's a few ways I could do this. I can right click, select hide. You can see now the columns go from I to K. I can also, with that selected, go to Format, Hide and Unhide under my Visibility section, and I can hide the columns. Same idea for rows. Select your row, Format drop-down, Hide and Unhide, Hide rows. Now, if I wanted to unhide, your best bet is to select the whole entire worksheet. To do that, see where your column headers meet your row headers. There's a little triangle here. This is your Select All button. It will select your whole entire worksheet. Then you can go to your Format drop-down, Hide and Unhide, Unhide Rows, brings that one back. And then we can unhide columns as well. It brings our salary column back. Okay? So that's your different ways of adjusting or adding, inserting and deleting columns and rows, adjusting the height and width of your columns and rows, and also hiding and unhiding columns and rows.
Your next video will be Activity 3.1 on page 82.